are a bunch of lessons that I learned from moving interstate, even though I was scared as fuck. So if you missed it, yesterday I posted a podcast or a video on YouTube sharing that I have decided or had decided to move interstate. I moved from New South Wales to Queensland in Australia, and to be completely honest with you, I was absolutely scared as fuck. I have now been here for several weeks, and there's many things that I have learned or been reminded of in regards to change, and I wanted to share them today. So when I first got here, I was incredibly excited. It is exciting to open a new chapter of your life, a new part of your life. I moved into a place by myself. It's of course very exciting to set up your space, to set up your office, to set yourself up. So in that regard, change can be both incredibly nerve-wracking and incredibly exciting. The biggest thing that I was reminded of is that it sucks before it gets better. I'm not going to sugarcoat the fact that for the first 2 to 3 weeks, I cried every single day. I questioned if I'd made the right choice. I felt lonely as fuck. I had expectations that were not met. I thought that I was coming into an environment that I had envisioned in my mind, and things were different than what I had expected or visualized or thought that they might be. And for the first 2 to 3 weeks, as I said, I cried every single fucking day, and it absolutely sucked. And there was many times that I questioned if I'd made the right choice and if I should just go back home, go back to my comfort zone, go back to where I came from, go back to what I knew, and go back to certainty. The truth is that our brains hate uncertainty. They hate the unknown. And so when you do things outside of your comfort zone, it freaks the fuck out because it's uncertain, it's unknown, and it is absolutely not fucking comfortable. And so our brains try to protect us from things that are unknown, things that are uncertain. And I could have gone home multiple times in that first 2 to 3 weeks. And the first 2 to 3 weeks fucking sucked. I was so sad. I was so unsure. I was so uncertain. And I probably was not a very fun person to be around. But as time went on, as I found my coffee shop, I found my routine, I worked out where Coles and Woolies was, where the grocery shop were, I worked out how to get to places. I started not needing to follow my maps on my phone, and I started to work out how to get places. Things slowly started becoming easier. And now, several weeks after that, I feel incredibly comfortable. And what is really important to acknowledge when you create change is that you have to create a new normal. So your previous normal was your known, your certainty, you knew what to expect. And when you go to create change, you have to think of it as your new normal. You have to create new routines. You have to create new habits. You have to create new ways of thinking. So in regards to my interstate move, things here now feel normal. This is starting to feel like home. If we're talking about a health journey, if we're talking about creating change in your life and your health and your weight loss and all of those things, what you need to do is the same thing. You have to learn to create a new normal, and it's going to fucking suck before it gets better. You have to create new habits, new routines, wake up at a different time, start to walk, start to create changes with your nutrition, start to learn new coping modes, start to work on your relationship with food, and start to eat in a way that is your new normal. One of the biggest things that I see people fuck up or make mistakes with in regards to health, weight loss, dieting is that they feel like they only have to commit for 8, 10, 12 weeks and be perfect for that short period of time with a start and an end point in mind so that they can go back to what they were doing before they entered the diet. However, of course, what you were doing before the diet got you to where you were. So going back to that is only going to result in weight gain after you spend time dieting and lose weight. So you have to create a new normal. You have to have healthy eating, not just dieting, not just being perfect, not just eating 1,200 calories, but healthy eating and learning how to eat a healthy, balanced, nutritious diet. That has to become your new normal. That has to become the new thing that you do moving forward forevermore. Because once you lose weight, that's one thing. But if you want to maintain that weight loss, you have to keep practicing the habits that got you to the weight loss in the first place. And so therefore, you need to create a new normal. Habits that got you to lose weight have to become your new normal. And that is exactly what I experienced in my interstate move. The second thing is that growth comes from discomfort. You can't grow in your comfort zone. I'm sure you've heard it. There's a lot of quotes and sayings on the internet around that with the umbrella theme of you can't grow within your comfort zone. I think there's a quote that says, if you're not growing, you're dying, which is a pretty extreme way to view things, but change comes from being pushed outside of your comfort zone. That is where real growth happens, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Feeling uncomfortable or being in discomfort sucks. It's a really shitty feeling, and you would have experienced it before in your life at some stage, and it just sucks. It's just a really fucking shitty feeling. However, what comes on the other side of discomfort is so much growth. Like, let's say you've been through a big breakup. That breakup period fucking sucks. It sucks so bad for a long time, a lot of fucking months. You're crying, you're creating a new normal, you're grieving the person, you're grieving losing your best friend, you're grieving losing the relationship, you're also grieving the hope of the future, the plans that you had made for the future. You're grieving a lot, it fucking sucks. But on the other side of a breakup, most people have a glow up. And the reason for that is you push through all of that shit because you have to, and you grow through what you go through, and therefore growth comes from discomfort. The third thing is you are always stronger than you think. One of the biggest things that I was focusing on in this move was doing it by myself. And if I'm being completely honest, wishing that I had a partner or someone who was doing it with me. But I knew that I had to do it by myself, and I knew that I was the only person responsible for doing that if that's what I wanted to do with my life. Facing and adapting to change, whatever change it is, whether that's your health journey, whether it's a move, whether it's going through a breakup, whether it's changing jobs, whatever that may be, reveals your inner strength and resilience. You can handle so much more than you ever give yourself credit for, and the only way to actually prove that to yourself is to put yourself outside of your comfort zone in positions and situations where you are forced to learn that. The next thing is change requires letting go. In order to move forward, we must let go of past versions of ourselves, past habits, past mindsets, past relationships, potentially past beliefs that no longer serve you. All of the things that you've had up until this point got you to this point. But if you want to go to this point, you can't keep all of the old shit. You can't continue to hold on to the stuff that no longer serves you. Letting go of all of that creates space for what's next, for what's new, for the next version of you, for the next growth phase of you, for the new habits, the new routines, the new relationships, the new friendships, the new beliefs, the new mindset, the new living space, the new job, whatever it is. You can't grow holding on to a past version of you. That past version of you no longer serves you. And it's incredibly difficult to go through that process and to let go, but it is absolutely essential for you to grow, change, and evolve. The last one is that new beginnings and new chapters of life and new exciting things and a new version of yourself cannot come without change, which means it cannot come without discomfort. It cannot come without letting go of old shit that no longer serves you. It cannot come without moving through all of the shit that comes up in the process of change. Push through the discomfort, push through everything that sucks and feels fucking shitty, because what is on the other side of that is amazing. It's things you've never experienced before. New situations, new circumstances, new adventures, new friends, new challenges, growth, evolution, becoming a new version of yourself, transforming. All of the good shit comes on the other side of change. All of the good shit comes on the other side of getting outside of your comfort zone. All of the good shit comes on the other side of you pushing through the period that fucking sucks. So if you're watching this or listening to this and you are at the start of your health journey or the start of a new growth or evolution or chapter of your life and it feels like fucking shit, just know I fucking get it, but also just know that it is actually required for you to push through all of that stuff to come out the other side, stepping into the version of you capable of achieving what it is that you have set out to achieve. It sucks before it gets better. It feels like shit. You have to literally let go of a part of you, a part of your identity that you've probably held on to for a really long period of time. It really fucking sucks until it doesn't. Until you create a new normal, until it feels comfortable. And then you develop a new comfort zone and you have to go through it all over fucking again. Change sucks until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it feels fucking amazing. So push through, continue, and go and make it fucking happen.